This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 14. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? Shalom. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, pushing this doctrine of truth to the elect of the nation of Israel, who were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth pursuant to the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right, I wanted to do a quick lesson through the Spirit on faith and works. Title, you can see here, the book of James, the second chapter, because there is still a debate as to whether one is just saved by faith or works. Now, according to the Christians, you are only justified by faith and you're saved by faith without works. But the scriptures clearly say the opposite. Okay, you got to have both. All right, you can't have one without the other. All right, let's read this again. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? Well, the short answer, obviously, is no, not faith alone. Okay? Let's jump down to verse 18. Yea, a man may say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Now, this may sound a little confusing, but it makes perfect sense through the Spirit, because your faith in and of itself is going to compel you to want to do the works, to want to do righteousness, all right, according to the Heavenly Father, right? Because those of us that came into this truth, one of the first things you wanted to do is do right according to the law, right? You wanted to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's what this means. It's your faith that's going to want to compel you, your belief in everything in the Holy Scriptures, right? Everything that's written in the way of walking in the commandments, all right? Walking in the ways of the Heavenly Father, again, is going to your faith is going to compel you to want to do that. Okay. In fact, let's look up the word works.
Strong's G 2041. Ergon.
Okay. So let's jump down to the definition. Business, employment, that which anyone is occupied. No. Let's jump down to the third definition. An act, deed, thing done. This is the definition we're looking for. Okay. So an act or deed according to the laws of the Heavenly Father. Okay. You following the law, statutes, and commandments, you are following the works of the Lord. Okay? These, for all intents and purposes, these are works. Okay? Your deeds, righteous acts. Okay? So, I mean, it's simple. It's simple. It's pretty straightforward. There shouldn't be any debate about this. This makes perfect sense. I guess not to a Christian, and this is why they're Christians. So, anyway, let's jump down to verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead. It's a metaphor. So faith without works is dead also. Okay, so your faith in and of itself is dead if you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments. right? And it makes perfect sense, because if you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, because again, we're not justified by our works, we're justified by faith, okay? So without those works, your faith is dead. Why? Because you're going to be committing sin. All right? You're not going to be walking in the ways of the Lord. You are going to be committing sin. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? And this is Apostle Paul speaking. Do we then make void the law through faith? Do we get rid of the law? Do we abolish it because we have faith? This is a rhetorical question. God forbid, which means no. Yea. What do, Apostle Paul? We establish the law. So we implement the law. We follow the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Right? So thou shalt not murder or kill. That's a commandment, right? So that's something that we need to follow. You're not going to be out there killing people, right? Thou shalt not commit adultery. You're not going to sleep with your neighbor's wife, right? See, we're establishing the law. So we are recognizing what sin is, okay? Sin is transgression of the law. We recognize that, so we want to steer clear of committing any acts of sin or wickedness against our brothers and sisters, okay? And even the heathens, okay? The Heavenly Father will charge you with committing adultery if you sleep with an Edomite, or commit adultery with an Edomite or a heathen, okay? The laws don't apply to them per se, but they apply to us, okay? It's still considered transgression of the Heavenly Father's laws if we commit that type of sin. All right? So the short of it is, obviously, you need to follow the law, statutes, and commandments in addition to establishing your faith, okay? You can't have one without the other. For those of you knucklehead Israelites that seem to think you're justified by the law, you don't need Yahushua. All you need to do is follow 613 laws, which is virtually impossible to do, especially since we're in the land of our captivity, right? That's not going to save you, all right? But the flip side of that is you just having 100% pure belief in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is not going to save you. Because through faith alone, if you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, and I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to say it again, you're committing wickedness. Okay? That's just the way it is. Anyway, we're just going to make this one a short lesson. That's pretty much it. Lord's will, this was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Till next time, Shalom.